What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Horror Hangout. Thank you for joining me today. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Over the past like 2 hours, have come down with something. I don't know what it is. My daughter was homesick from school today, so I imagine it's whatever she's got. Feels kind of like a pretty severe cold, but I went from feeling like A1 to chills, body aches, and a sore throat. So if this review is not good, just let me know in the comments, and please be polite about it, and I'll happily um, make a better video for you guys because that's what I'm here to do. So we got a movie review for you. This is a movie come via request by a donator to the cause, a donator to the channel. Uh, is it T Coco? Do I have it backwards? Yeah, I think it's T Coco. So thank you for your support, man. I really appreciate it. This movie's called 12-Hour Shift. Honestly, I would be waiting to do this review till I felt better, except that I promised him I'd have it done, and I absolutely hate telling people that and then not coming through. So 12-Hour Shift. This is also, so before we go any further at all, this is a Hulu movie, or it's on Hulu. I also rented it on Prime for like $2 or something, $2-3. The official synopsis goes as such: bodies start to pile up when a drug addicted nurse and her crazed cousin try to find a replacement kidney for an organ trafficker. I mean, that's a really solid short synopsis. This movie came out in 2020. Absolute devastating in the box office. Didn't even crack 7 grand. But that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy. Those kind of just underground movies. I mean, they call it a black horror comedy. A black comedy horror. Yeah, black comedy horror movie. Anyways, that didn't sound right, did it? I'm sure it gets terrible reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb and all those, official places. But anyways, this movie is exactly what it sounded like. It's this nurse that's got a, problem, and she supplements her income by knocking off patients at the hospital and taking their organs. And she has this wild ass cousin by marriage that she gives them to. She takes them to this dude who happens to be played by Mick Foley, Mankind Dude Love, Cactus Jack. And he does what he needs to do with them. That man is a terrible actor, by the way. David Arquette also has a small part in this movie. This was financed and produced by David Arquette. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And my memory is usually pretty bad. It's just absolutely worse today. So let me pull up the cast real quick, and I'll tell you who's what and what's who. So you have Mandy, played by Angela Bettis. She is the nurse that has got the dependency issues. We've got Chloe Farnworth playing Regina. She's the psychotic white trash cousin. David Arquette's playing Jefferson. He is a prisoner that's at the hospital, handcuffed to a bed. We've got Mick Foley playing Nicholas. He's the guy that takes the organs and does what he needs to do with them. Then we've got Tara Perry, who is somebody I've seen a couple of times before. She plays Dorothy. She's like a religious nut nurse. And then we've got a couple of other small actors playing parts. But those are our main players in the movie. Well, actually, Nakia Gamby Turner plays Karen. She's got a pretty big part. And then there's this dude, Thomas Hobson, who plays Derek. There's this weird scene in the movie where they break in a song. Are you washed in the blood? It's the strangest thing. Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Oh, I was looking. I wrote some notes down, so let's talk about this real quick. So the movie starts off with, was it Mandy? Cracking down some kind of something. I'm trying to not get demonetized. Well, I guess I'm not even monetized on this channel yet, but whatever, man. Practice. I got to practice. She's cracking down something and doing some radios, just in a break room area. And then she goes and takes this bag of what looks like, biohazard material, puts it in a cooler, gives it to her ridiculously cartoonish looking cousin, and the cousin loses the organ. It's a kidney. And it starts off quick, man. They set the mood of the movie out real fast. She has this like super loud pink Camaro, and I mean loud as in like it just looks ridiculous. Very not inconspicuous. So running from the cops is going to be a no go. It's all set mostly in the hospital. I like that though. It's a good. Um, you know how sometimes you'll get a crime movie or a crime story where you as the viewer know who did what, but then the story unfolds. Everybody else is trying to find out who did what. That's what this is. They tell you right at the get go what's going on, and everybody around them is trying to figure it out. And there's a lot of good kills, some good violence. They didn't do any CG as far as I could tell. There's a really great fake rat tail in this dude's hair. It's amazing. Um, there's a part where Regina, the cousin, she literally squats down and pees outside of a roller rink, and I just thought, yeah, America. Um, yeah, that braided tail mullet is ridiculous. And then, so it just crossed my mind. I was just watching the movie, and Mick Foley was on screen wearing a very ridiculous button-down, shiny shirt, a la 2001 uh, Tribal Tattoos Ozfest. All right, you know the kind. And I thought he's dressed pretty ridiculously. And then I thought, I bet he dresses like this in real life. I stand behind that. I guarantee you he does. My favorite character is probably, I mean, dude, I'm a David Arquette fan, so that's my favorite character just by default. But I don't know. I identify with Mandy a lot. That's some shady business that I would have been up to the same kind of stuff. Well, I'm not murking nobody, but I'll be up there trying to take some things. Uh, there's just so much ridiculousness in this movie. I'm a little surprised it didn't do better at the box office. They probably didn't like advertise for it very well, because I don't expect this kind of movie to make 40 million in the box office, but like I don't know, crack 1.5 if it did a proper. I don't know if that's a lot or not. It sounds like a lot, but it also doesn't sound like much at all. Um, I don't know. I feel like if they had promoted it right, it could have done some decent numbers, because the cost to make this movie had to be absolutely nothing. Uh, David Arquette produced it, so he probably didn't pay himself, or maybe he did, but it wasn't a lot. Mick Foley's a homie; he ain't charging an arm and a leg, because David Arquette wrestles. That's the connection there. This does have a feel of a WWE movie, but better. I'd say, like, if you're going into a movie to watch something for cinematography and the score, this is not for you. If you're going into a movie for funny dialogue, funny situations, good kills, and lots of blood, this is a good movie for you. There's a lot of really funny stuff in this, subtle humor, subtle digs at each other that they do. The cast was done very well. I liked everybody in it. The girl that plays Mandy, she looks like an opiate addict. And I say that with respect. I don't mean to be mean or anything, because she's probably not one. But the way they have her in this movie, see, I'm looking at her pictures here. Angela Bettis. Let's see. Let's pull her up. Yeah, see, she's just a normal looking person. I'm a dick. But let's see. But don't tell me that. Let's see here. Let me find out. Yeah, she looks like a normal person, just a normal actor. Let me find a picture from this movie, though. You're going to laugh. What else was she in, dude? She's in some stuff, I guess. She's got a lot of photos. Let's see. Bro, come on. Come on, dude. You're telling me that doesn't look like somebody that you sold some narcos to before? Or Norcos, excuse me, however you say it. Yeah, dude, this movie is ridiculous. Or he's like, oh man, Angela, don't be doing no sexy shit to me right now. She's over there trying to show her ass while she's looking for an organ she lost. So stupid. But I mean, there's all kinds of like lying, conniving, twists and turns. It felt like you know what it felt like? It felt like somebody that is a fan of Shaun of the Dead, but also really likes Guy Ritchie and Quentin Tarantino. So basically, if you gave me 250 grand to make a movie, it would look like this, straight up. I'm trying to think of something else to talk about with it. It's really kind of a simple movie. It's a good time for anybody that's got Hulu. I would definitely watch it. And if you're on Prime, you got to rent it. It's like $2.99, man. These kind of movies need our support, because without this kind of movie, you don't get bigger movies. People have to start somewhere. I give this one a 2 thumbs up. Bam! Scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna go a solid 7.5, but like one with like gusto, like a 7.5, not like no, 7.5. I thought it was great. It just didn't do anything super, super unique or special, but it was done well across the board. To me, the acting is okay. I mean, it's serviceable, but this is exactly the kind of movie I like to watch. So I had a lot of fun watching it. Hopefully, I was able to put some pictures or a clip or two in here for you guys to see. But I highly recommend this movie. Thank you, T Coco, for checking it out or recommending it for me to check out. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really feel terrible. So I'm going to go get some rest. And I got the Robert Eggers Hansel and Gretel watch along coming. And we've also got a review for Midnight, which is on, it's a YouTube rental. And then I've got one called Bull. You can buy it on Amazon Prime for only $1. So I got some movie reviews coming for you, and I'm going to do them with a gore score worksheet. I should have done one for this movie, but I didn't think about it until just this second. So the next couple of movies will absolutely have a gore score worksheet. If you want, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'll get Hulu again pretty soon for some other stuff. I'll give it a rewatch. I'll do the gore score worksheet, and I'll post it on the community tab so you guys can see what it scored. Because right now our current champ is Officer Down with 760 points. That was June of last year. Nothing's beat it yet. So yeah, man, a gore score is the jam. You want to know what the gore score is real quick? I know we've been on here for a few minutes, but give me a second. I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me pull up my. I actually have a worksheet over here somewhere. Nope, that's the scary kitty. Hold on. Gore score worksheet. Here we go. All right, this is something that I've come up with. Look, okay, so we got, a gore score worksheet. Movie title, we got, this is how you score it. Special effects, story, acting, dialogue, bad guy rating, and the ending all get a score of 1 to 10. Each kill gets 5 points. Each severed limb gets 10 points. Each broken bone gets 5 points. It gets 5 extra points if it goes through the skin. Decapitation is 10 points. A torture scene is 10 points. A drug use scene is 5. Each boob is 5 points. Each wiener or full frontal is 10 points. I think wiener should get 15 points. Faked deaths, they get 10 points because sometimes you got to fake a death. Non-lethal gunshot or stabbings each get 5 points. Each fight is 5 points. There's a thing that's a very subjective spot. It's a badass bonus for 5 points. Anything that happens that you can't really put in one of these categories, but it's just badass. Like in that other movie, Necrocon or something that I'm going to get from that new distributor, the Flying Demon Baby, that wouldn't fall into any of these categories. I would give a Flying Demon Baby 5 extra points. Then you get an era score, 5 points per decade back the movie goes. So you don't get anything for the current decade. You go back into the teens, 5 points. The aughts, 10, 90s, 15, 80s, 20, 70s, 25, 60s, 30, and 50s is 35 points. You go back in the 40s, that's 40 points. You see how it works. And then last but not least, to get to the gore score, you have a legend bonus. Anybody that would be considered a legend of the genre or legend period gets 5 extra points. So as an example, if you're watching a movie with Nick Cage, Schwarzenegger, Mel Gibson, something like that, you get a 5-point bonus for each one of those fellas in there. If it's directed by, I don't know, anybody, dude, Tarantino, that's a legend bonus. And then at the very bottom, separate from the gore score, you have a recommendation scale of 1 to 10. So that's the gore score. That's what I do. And I will be doing those from here on out on my movies. I just got to remember to get the notepad out and write it all down. But yeah. That's my system. If you like it, cool. Let me know. I can send you a what do you call it? You can download a template, and then if you want to send me gore scores that you've worked out, that'd be awesome. That would be amazing. I got email and I got real mail if you really need to send it there. But I don't know. I'm rambling now. So thank you for hanging out. I appreciate your time. 12-hour shift. Good movie. Go check it out. Gore score worksheets coming your way. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how you feel about the gore score. Let me know if there's anything you'd add or remove. Yeah, man. Dude, now I'm kind of hype. I feel like absolute ass, but I want to watch a movie and do it great. But I can't even breathe if you can't tell. I'm over here sniffling and stuff. It's gross. So I'm going to go get my sleep and get all rested up and come back for you crazy hooligans and do it again later, okay? Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.